Hello and welcome to the OSL Digital Asset Capital Introduction Conference. My name is Matt Long and I'm the Head of Distribution and Prime Brokerage at OSL.
And my name is Jessie Huang, Head of Institutional Sales in OSL Digital Securities. Welcome all.
So we will be your MCs for the evening, for the morning or the afternoon, depending on where you are. We're really delighted that you could join us. At OSL, we're a world leader in digital assets. We're very focused on providing education and connecting allocators of capital to means of investing into digital asset markets. The shape of this conference this morning, provides some of the best speakers globally, some of the best panelists that you'll see that really want to touch in and speak across four key main areas of real interest to people involved in the industry and for those who are thinking of moving in and investing with the industry. The ongoing pace of regulation and it's how it's impacting adoption. The role of ESG, and it's been a very topical discussion over the last 12 months with respect to ESG and digital assets. Product innovation is another huge thing that continues to evolve in markets. We've seen in the last sort of 6 to 9 months the evolution of ETF markets globally, and so we're delighted to be joined by a range of those who are at the very forefront of ETF evolution. And then finally, particularly in the last couple of months, the growth in NFTs and non-fungible tokens, and so we have some really interesting takes from an institutional perspective on the growth in NFTs and their preeminent place in the headlines at the moment. The way that the conference is structured this evening today is across a range of fireside chats, panels, and breakout groups. Perhaps one of the most interesting parts of this session of the conference will be the sessions where a range of digital asset managers and businesses will provide to you elevator pitches around their businesses. That will take place in about 4 hours from now. So we'll give you time to absorb some other content before we let you get your hands dirty and meet some of those managers. The AirMeet platform that you're now in and through which we are running the conference provides the opportunity for you to mingle. So use the lounge area outside of this outside of the breakout when there is a breakout. Look for OSL staff members who'll be wandering around and on the various tables outside, and you'll be able to ask them for directions, for introductions, for any other assistance that you might need. So let me stop there. Jessie, over to you.
Yes, again, thank you very much again for joining us. I'd like to kick us off with our first guest for today. It's welcomed by our CEO, Wayne Trench. Wayne, over to you.
Thanks, Jessie, and thanks, Matt. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, perhaps wherever you might be. My name is Wayne Trench, and as Jessie said, I'm the CEO of OSL. And it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the second OSL Capital Introduction Conference, one of the industry's only dedicated digital asset forums, bringing together allocators of capital with investment ideas in the space. Look, we're super excited to have everyone join us from all over the world and are really thrilled to be able to follow up our successful inaugural OSL Cap Intro Conference, which was held in March, with another world-class event today. Our team has worked really hard to assemble a stellar lineup for this landmark event, with some of the most prominent industry leaders ready to share their insights with all of our attendees. In many ways, the timeliness of this conference could not be better, with markets showing real resilience and strength. But perhaps even more importantly from our perspective, with institutional participation gathering pace at really unprecedented levels. On that note, we've seen several ETFs debut across the Pacific in both North and South America, a meteoric rise in interest in NFTs, as Matt and Jessie pointed out, and there's been a growing interest around the ESG implications arising from current industry practices. Now, we're fortunate to have experts touching on all of those topics today. So look, for the team at OSL, today is all about fostering engagement between investors and our host of presenters. But before we begin, please allow me to just share a little bit more about OSL, as we've been working really tirelessly over a number of years with a very institutional and regulated approach to digital assets. So look, for those of you who are less familiar with our business, OSL's parent company, BC Technology Group, is a Hong Kong mainboard listed public company under the ticker of 863HK. Now, under the OSL brand, we operate really two key businesses. First and foremost is our market-leading direct-to-customer digital asset platform business, OSL, which delivers prime brokerage, exchange, and custody services, all of which are offered to really a global client base, in fact, in more than 50 countries. And we operate out of 3 trading operations in Hong Kong, Singapore, and the Americas. And second is our technology infrastructure business, which allows us to deliver scalable B2B2C software as a service solutions to high quality regulated intermediaries and institutions who themselves want to deliver a safe, secure, and compliant digital asset platform to their customers. Look, as far as the progress that we've made in recent times go, we've been very fortunate to have delivered on a significant number of strategic milestones. But I thought, in the interest of time, I'd just share a few with you today. Firstly, earlier in the year, we welcomed the start of a new joint venture with Standard Chartered in the UK and Europe to establish a digital asset brokerage and exchange platform under the Zodia Markets brand. This really is a super exciting partnership for us, and we look forward to that platform launching in the very near future. Our global footprint has also expanded further with the launch of our OSL Americas business. Now, whilst early trading was centered around our prime brokerage offering, I'm really pleased to share with you that as of this week, the OSL exchange is available to traders across LATAM markets, and starting next month, our safe, secure, and compliant exchange will also be available for approved North American customers. And finally, at a corporate level, our parent company, BC Technology Group, is very pleased to welcome Singapore's sovereign wealth fund, GIC, into our list of strategic investors, following a significant share placement of around $70 million. This investment came on top of the $90 million placement carried out by Morgan Stanley earlier in the year, and together have really allowed us to accelerate and turbocharge the expansion and capability of our platform. But we've been fortunate enough to have had numerous other commercial successes, but perhaps more importantly, what has become abundantly clear is that the appetite for digital assets has simply never been stronger, buoyed in particular by the demand that we're seeing from the institutional and professional investor segment. Now, in addition to these soaring levels of institutional interest, over the past few months, we've also seen numerous other significant sized platforms in the digital asset space be targeted by regulators, which has led to the offboarding of millions of customers and or the restriction of product lines to conform with regulatory guidance. Now, for the team at OSL, this is exactly what we've been preparing for over many years, as we felt very strongly that regulation was going to be a key ingredient for digital assets to go mainstream. Now, we really do pride ourselves on our ability to deliver a safe, secure, and compliant platform, and count ourselves fortunate, in fact, to be the beneficiary of what we call a regulatory-led changing of the guard, and that time is upon us now. Before I pass back to Jesse and Matt, I'd like to thank all of the speakers who've joined us today. I really feel like my team has curated a very rich agenda of topics and themes, and have set the perfect stage in many ways to help those who perhaps are still in the curiosity phase to make better decisions for their next phase in investing in digital assets, whilst also providing the more seasoned investor with the opportunity to learn and engage with other quality participants in the ecosystem. I really hope you come away excited, entertained, and perhaps better informed about the future of digital assets. Please enjoy the sessions, and I look forward to hearing your feedback following the event. Thank you, and back.